in there.
Joe, I need you to stay down.
I need to sit up.
No, I can't get you sit up. Why can't you? Why do you want to sit up?
My legs hurt so bad.
I know, we're going to get you some medicine for that, okay?
Coming in from the south. Ankles on sync.
Waves on sync.
Try to relax your arm, boss.
Right here by
Relax your arm.
my thumb.
Give me
What
an
kind of
18.
you got lower extremities?
Think we got a broken leg, maybe?
Broken leg, needs
Dude,
some
my
Bible
legs
stuff.
hurt so bad. I just
Really
want to
goes
sit
up
up.
his right arm.
I just want to sit up.
If you'll sit still, we'll give you some medicine for it. We're going to give you some medicine.
Get some Versed.
Yeah.
6'11".
Put that one on that side of the chest. Front back of his chest.
Give me an 18.
You want front back? Good with this for now.
Will you let me sit up?
Hey, Joe, hold
It'll
on.
make my
Hold real
face feel
still.
much better.
Joe, hold real
He's
still.
got a cut over here in his arm. He's trying to put an IV in you.
He's got a cut on his left elbow. That's on his left elbow.
Hey, we getting you better. Hey, we getting the meds in you, man. Just relax, bro. Just relax.
It'll make you feel better here in a little bit.
Cut on the back side of here.
Yes. There's one on the back side of this one too.
I got, yeah. I got a line over here, Box. You got Versed?
Okay,
My legs hurt so bad.
I know. Stay still.
What happened?
The guy ran your ass over. You remember
Give me some Curlex.
following in a pursuit?
No.
Yeah. Okay. You got run over by a Ford pickup.
Man.
We've got the guy just a few minutes ago.
Right there on his hand.
That's why you're laying here in the
legs
ditch.
hurt so bad.
Got meds.
Yep.
Father, there's another MC unit on scene now.
Clear.
No, they called for 2 trucks. The guy was in my back seat and he went limp noodle like he couldn't breathe or whatever, but he was fine.
No, the rescue.
Cobain, I need Cobain, that's all I need.
Where's that alcohol prep?
I need you to get her words by moving around. Parking lot over here at the exit on this way.
You got it. Put moving right on, bud.
But my legs hurt so bad.
I'm gonna take care of that.
Has anybody listened to him?
No. Joe, take a breath. Let's get the collar. Let's start getting the board. right leg is fractured at the top, so he can't straighten it out.
Man, just be still, man. We're gonna get you squared away.
I need someone to hold his hand. Try not to move. Squeeze as hard as you can right there for me, okay? I need to do my tourniquet.
Go ahead and notify OU.
Fentanyl's going in.
My legs hurt so bad.
Okay, I know.
The officer, I don't know where the other guy is.
Fentanyl's in.
Okay.
Sitting on 1359. Okay,
My legs
get
hurt
that
so
collar.
bad.
Grabbing his leg, straighten it up. Stokes down here.
I gotta take some Kobe.
I need a backboard.
There's this one right here behind me.
Garrett, there's Coban inside that
We
monitor
got you,
house.
Joe.
Right
Hey, we
there.
about to pack you up, man. We got you. We got you, man.
I stretch my legs out.
Keep relaxing, man. We gonna get you squared away,
As
man.
soon as they can, they will. Hey, let's scoop them, put them in the, we need to scoop them, put them in the Stokes. We'll get out of here. We got the scooters. Okay.
What happened?
You got hit by a truck. Here, get that on. We're gonna need some Capno also. We got you, Joe. So I can get all that done. Let's roll him. Which leg's broken? Let's roll towards Lopez. They're putting the collar on you, Joe. Check out his back real fast whenever you're ready. Am I in your way or? They're both broke. Well, let's just get out of here. Everybody on each side. We want 6 guys on them. Let's get 6 guys up there ready to receive. If you leave during the leg, pull them off and let's get him moved. You're moving your legs, Joe. Okay. Full traction on that.
We can get you loaded up now, man.
Let me check his back. Let me check his back. Where's the other side?
See anything? The spine looking line?
Is that the shirt cut off?
Yeah.
Yeah, look good.
Okay. All right. Okay. Gotta get something under his head right
Hang
here.
on, boss.
Blocks.
Okay.
We need blocks.
Let's do blocks and we get him up there.
Gotcha.
It's right there, Lou.
I know. I'm working on it. I'm working on it.
Make sure we get a tunnel so you guys on each side. We'll get him up there, okay?
Is there another strap right here?
No, up there, up there. Let's just get him up. We gotta get out of here.
Give yourself a big hug, brother. Hold your hands. Okay? Don't let go. Hold your wrist.
Right there. I need. Ready? Ready? Left.
1, 2, 3.
Did you want county to go speak to the other 2 vehicles that are in parking lots that were hit?
That, or if we have any admin units that can just get their information and we'll follow up later.
Get more bodies. Get a few more bodies. You guys got enough bodies up? Got it? We want to take this monitor?
Where they at? One's off at Jumbo Juice, and I believe it's a white Kia, and the other pulled off into O'Reilly's.
Yes.
I need the northbound lane cleared out for instance. They're going to go to 33rd over to Broadway and then south. Oklahoma City has everything between here and there.
Yeah, they told me to leave it here. Yeah.
Warning one's on lead. They're going north to 33rd on Boulevard over to Broadway and then south. Oklahoma City is blocking everything south.
Do you have my keys?
Yes.
Thank you.
I took him out of your car. Miller.
Appreciate it.
4045 when he was back this way.
We had just TVI'd. I spun him around right north of that drive right there, and then he hit Sheltman coming back, and then he. So probably.
About where your bumper is?
About where Fraser Bank is.
Oh, okay. And then your bumper fell off here? Okay.
I TVI'd him 3 times. I mean, I tried 3 times.
The suspect, identified as 24-year-old Garrett Trammell, was transported to an area hospital for evaluation, where a search warrant was executed for a blood draw. His blood tested positive for THC, which Trammell's defense attorney argued he had smoked 2 weeks prior. According to a local news report, data pulled from the black box in Trammell's truck indicated that he never hit the brakes and made a sharp turn in the direction of Officer Wells. Officer Wells was placed on maximum life support and underwent multiple surgeries, including the amputation of part of his left leg. Trammell was transported to jail, where he was charged with assault and battery by means or force, likely to produce death, 4 counts of assault and battery with a deadly weapon, endangering others while attempting to elude an officer, and leaving the scene of a collision involving injury. The judge set his bond at $950,000, which he posted. According to posts on his Facebook account, Trammell enjoyed fishing trips, concerts, and holidays with his friends and family while out on bond. Nearly 2 years later, Trammell entered a blind guilty plea where he pleaded guilty without a prior agreement on punishment, leaving sentencing entirely up to the judge's discretion. The judge sentenced him to 25 years and probation for the rest of his life. Trammell is currently incarcerated at Allen Gamble Correctional Center and will have to serve 21 years before he is eligible for parole. Midwest Safety caught up with Sergeant Wells, who was able to speak with us about his recovery, now almost 4 years into the process.
It just kind of orients our viewers how traffic, motorcycle cops or officers, traffic units operate, the training, kind of what's that like? And I mean, you're not year round, you're going to squads in winter. I mean, you want to kind of just talk to people a little bit about the minutia of that role?
We have a traffic unit, so it's mostly motors and unmarked cars. Unmarked cars, for the most part, work traffic accidents. Unless the motors need to step up and do it. Most of our job was just working traffic zones, writing tickets and stuff like that. My philosophy always was, if I started my bike up and went after you, that's enough danger, you're getting a ticket. I've been through a lot of training in my life, 18 years as a police officer and 5 years in the Marines. And it was probably one of the toughest trainings I ever went to. I was pretty burnt and ready to quit by the end of it, because it was so frustrating, just trying to, not knowing that, hey, you can get that big bike to do these type of turns. It was pretty hard.
You fired a shot before impact. And do you remember doing that? Do you remember firing your gun at that point?
So somebody showed me a video and told me I did. I had no idea. The crazy part was, like, when they found my gun, it was just, they don't know how it got in the position it was and still fired. And they did a lot to put it back together. And just the way it was after getting hit and firing around at the same time, it was kind of in a weird position. But I don't remember going to work that day. My wife said she made some breakfast burritos, and I was kind of sick, but she's like, "Would you stay home today?" And I was like, "I'm the only one working. I have to go. I'm the only traffic guy working. I have to go." So I went. And then that's just what she told me. I don't remember being there at all. I don't remember pretty much the week before or up until almost the 1st of November is when I started remembering stuff again.
Did someone explain to you how far you have been thrown? Do you remember anybody explaining that to you?
I was told 150 feet through the woods, which is kind of crazy because it was really dense woods. I didn't hit any trees or anything before I went to the creek. I'm sure if I hit a tree that hard, it probably would have done even more damage, but somehow I went right through.
You were on maximum life support for 15 days. Okay.
Yes.
When you came out of it, what did you understand about your condition?
My wife says I asked her several times what happened, and I think it took me a little while before I finally started, able to understand that and realize what happened. I don't know. I have little kind of memories. I remember one time waking up and thinking I was handcuffed to the bed, and I had no idea where I was. I thought I was maybe in somebody's basement, and it was all dark. And it was probably around November 1st when I asked my wife where I was and what happened. And that was the day, I realized, okay, I was in a hospital. I saw the videos. I started hearing stories of what had happened. I know my wife was at one time offered to read my last rights and all that stuff, and had the priest come in. And I said, all I have is the stories of people that were coming in. My whole family from St. Louis came into town. The whole police department was there for a few days when it was really bad. And I said, this is it. It's probably when, he's not going to make it anymore.
You had more than 20 surgeries, was it?
I've probably had close to 30 surgeries now in the last 3.5 years.
Wow.
I did 7 surgeries on my left leg before it was finally amputated, just trying to fix it. I had 6 broken ribs, punctured lungs. I got pneumonia in the hospital. That's about what did me in, was my punctured lungs and catching pneumonia. And I was on ECMO for a while. And stage jiu-jitsu is probably what saved my life. I was I had just went to Worlds in Vegas the month before that, so I've been training and I was in really good shape. So I think my lungs being in good shape and how good a shape I was what helped me survive that. I mean, I think if I wasn't in shape, I wouldn't have survived that. There's no way my lungs would have pulled through and healed and all that stuff.
Wow.
The knee surgery, the full knee surgery went well. The knee replacement. My first day out on my own, I went to the store. I was gonna grab some shorts, and my knee just exploded in the parking lot for no reason. It just ripped all my stitches ripped wide open. I didn't have any stitch at the time, but my scars ripped wide open, and it just collapsed. And then that's when they pretty much told me I had two options. I could have an amputation, or they could put a rod from my hip to my ankle, and I could never bend my leg again. But so I chose the amputation. I figured, how do you drive a car? How do you do anything when your leg can't bend at all?
How did you feel about that, though, when you learned they had to amputate your leg? Was it like a piece that came over you, or was...
I believe so. For a while, I kept asking the doctor why he didn't just amputate it, because like I said, I had no use, no feeling. I couldn't move my toes. I could just kind of hung there. And so for a while, I was like, I wish you just would have amputated, just amputate. And he's like, no, we got to keep trying this. And eventually, after the final knee blown up for the last time, he's like, yeah, okay, we'll amputate it. Yeah, so I have a rod in my right femur. My right femur was shattered. My pelvis ring was shattered, so I have a plate and some bolts holding my pelvis together, and then scars everywhere, all kinds of scars. I'm scheduled for another surgery April 15th. I have really bad nerve damage all down the left side of my body. So like my left arm, I can't lift it all the way up because I have my brachial tie in there is just completely damaged with nerve damage. My leg, my stump constantly feels like it's just, when your foot falls asleep, the nerves just never stop. So it's just a constant nerve shooting nonstop, which has caused me I can't wear my prosthetic very long because it just hurts too bad. So I only wear it if I have to leave the house. Most of the time, just here in my wheelchair.
My question is, how are you dealing with this mentally every day, Joe? Like, how are you getting through it every day to be able to deal with this impact on your life, on your family's life? How do you deal with it mentally?
So one day at a time. I spend most of my day at home. I sleep a lot just because I'm tired a lot, and watch TV and hang out with the dogs, and it's just hanging out here. I try to go to the grocery store every once in a while when I can, and mostly just doctor appointments and physical therapy that I leave the house for.
What has your wife's experience been like through all of this? Like, how has she been holding up through all of this?
She's doing really good. I mean, it took a while before she went back to the street. She was off for a long time, initially just because I couldn't walk. I couldn't, do anything on my own for a long time when I came home. And the whole time I was in the hospital, 2 months I was in the hospital, she was there every day. She never left. She's back at it now, and she's doing really good. It worries me. I try not to think about it too much, but
yeah.
Are there advice that you have for people that are well-intentioned of what is helpful and what is not helpful? I'm sure you've had people well-intentioned who say the wrong thing, do the wrong thing.
These last 3.5 years, I've lost a lot of people I thought were friends just because they just stopped contacting me. A lot of people in the police department just kind of, it's like I'm retired and they don't think about me no more or anything like that. I have a few friends that I'm really good friends with, and we're in a group text, and they'll hit me up every once in a while. I want to know if I want to go to breakfast or just do something. I think that's a big thing, just checking in and seeing, hey, you want to go do something. Yeah, I'm still friends. There was a retired Army medic that was actually in the area, and he's the one that got my airway cleared and got me breathing. If it wasn't for him, I don't think any of the officers would have known what to do, and I probably would have died there on that rock. But he saw it happen, and he did some life-saving measures and got me breathing again. And still friends with him today. We still talked a lot, and I go out to dinner with him and his wife, and we're pretty good friends. I don't like people saying, you need to do this, you should do this, or you should try this. I'm like, it's my own. I'm just trying to get through it, and if I want to do something, I'll do it. If I don't want to do it, I'm not going to do it.
What do you want people to understand about what motorcycle officers face every day?
It is a very, very dangerous job. You're just always out there. You're hard to see, especially when you get the lights on and you're trying to catch up to somebody. We're not allowed to be in pursuits during this incident. I wasn't actually involved in the pursuit. I was just hanging back waiting to do the report once it's finally finished. Always look out for people on motorcycles, especially when the weather's nice. Just got to keep your eyes out for them.
What does the future look like for you, Joe? Like, what are any plans or anything you would like to accomplish? Anything, on the horizon for you that you have your eyes on?
I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Tunnels to Towers. It's an organization that created after September 11th for veterans that were hurt. And it eventually went to first responders that were hurt in the line of duty. So Tunnels to Towers actually is building us a handicapped smart home. We were selected. You got to put an application in. They're out of New York City, so they're going to build us. They bought the property, and they're going to build us a house that's handicap accessible, and I can get in and out of everywhere and have no issues when I'm in a wheelchair. With the Tunnels to Towers house being built, I really want to focus on making a backyard where I feel I can just go out there, maybe have a pond, or I can just sit out there and. Since I was 18 years old, I've been in the Marines or police officers, and now that I'm 45, it's just kind of nice to hang out and relax and do what I want to do. I don't like to leave the house if I don't have to. So having, an outside space where I can go to and be out in nature. And I like being outside. So hopefully, with the help of Tunnels to Towers and stuff, I can, build that and create my own little personal world here where, I can feel safe. Just anything to keep moving and know that life goes on, and you got to find a way to keep moving forward.
If you are interested in donating to Officer Wells' GoFundMe, a link can be found in the description of this video.
He got whacked so hard that kicked off both of his boots. God, I'm gonna hate looking at this dash cam.
It seemed like a routine call, but it would all change in an instant. This state trooper had just returned to work after an injury on the job, and truly loved his job when this happened. In the morning on February 13th, 2023, an officer from the Ohio State Patrol noticed some debris while driving on the highway. The officer soon pulls over and begins reversing in the breakdown lane just after passing the hazard. This appears to be a typical day for this officer, as you can hear him whistle while he works. However, shortly after he exits his vehicle, his typical day would turn into a horrific accident. Moments after the officer exits his vehicle and walks in front of his cruiser, a passenger vehicle slams into the back of his cruiser. The cruiser is quickly launched forward and immediately slams into the back of the officer. The broken glass seen here is the result of the officer slamming into the windshield before he is flung over his own cruiser. At this point, his own body camera flies off his person and turns on only after it hits the ground. Outside of his camera, his boots, gun, clip, and other accessories scatter the area of the impact. The cruiser violently spins around over 360 degrees after the officer is hit. The video then abruptly comes to an end. Shortly after the incident, a pedestrian that witnessed the accident on the opposite side of the highway slams on his brakes and pulls into the median to assist the officer. Here is what he had to say about the situation.
Could you hear me on the radio at all?
We're all on different channels, so I don't know. On your radio here?
No, on his.
On his?
I saw it. I saw the whole thing.
Yeah,
And I got on the radio and started calling for help, and then nobody responded to me. So I finally just hit his button, and then got on the phone and called in. When she slammed into him, I immediately just slammed on my brakes and slammed into the median. I was close enough. I saw him. And I could see what that he had gotten out. It hadn't even stopped yet when I slammed into the ditch. His cruiser was still going.
Okay.
Yeah. It was like an explosion, man. As soon as she hit him, it was just like an explosion. When I got out, of course, checked it was safe to go across, but and then when I got to him, nobody stopped it. Everybody just kept going. So I just talked to him and told him I loved him. I told him that everything was gonna be okay, and I had him, and I got him. I got you. And everybody just moved over to the left, kept right on cruising along.
Yeah.
The audio from the officer's body camera seems to corroborate the witness's story.
30 years I did this job and never had to do something, never witnessed something like that.
So I appreciate it. Having someone see it, say like they saw everything off the side of the road means a lot. It helps us a lot. So having someone Yeah, have the wherewithal to just grab his radio and try to get out and stuff.
Right.
Means a lot. But I appreciate you. All right?
Yep, I'm all right. It's just hard, man.
Yeah.
To see a brother laying there like that, in as bad shape as he was.
Well, glad it was a brother that stopped. You know?
The officer involved in the accident is no stranger to serious crashes. In fact, according to officers speaking of the situation from this body cam footage, the officer had just returned after over a year of being on leave for being a part of another accident.
Somebody said he just came back from work.
2 weeks ago. He's been off for like over a year. So Adrian got hit by a head-on driver on 23 down by the casino. Like
And that's what set
a
him
year
off
and
for
a
a
half
year?
ago, yeah.
During that incident, the officer's cruiser was struck by a drunk driver.
Okay, well, West Jet.
Ah! This guy by a 7100. Send me a squad. 31A.
The drunk driver continued to hit vehicles afterwards, causing their own car to catch on fire. According to reports, it would only be a few weeks after this officer's return to the force that he would find himself in another horrendous accident caused by a supposedly intoxicated woman. Soon, police officers interview other witnesses who share their perspective of the driver before the crash.
This guy came, or whoever was in the...
I thought she was going to rear end me. I looked in the mirror and saw her coming behind me, and it's like, holy shit. I floored it and got around the semi that was beside me and got over real quick, and she was gone. Then she got behind me again somehow. I don't know how she managed that. Saw her coming back up through the traffic, just left to right, in between cars and trucks. I almost called 911 when she passed me to report it. I've done that before. I drive pretty much every day for sales and see this too often. She was on the rumble strips at some point, and then she was passing the center line. She was just back and forth. I looked over when she passed me, and she's all tattooed up and nose ring, everything else.
They were flying. We were going 75. They passed us like ripping blocks. That was, I don't know how.
And how far away was that?
Like 10, 15 miles back.
We've got a witness in that white F-150 saying they passed her like 10 minutes ago going like 100, driving like a maniac.
A witness that said she passed her on the shoulder.
Yeah. So I'm assuming she was probably trying to pass somebody else on the shoulder when she probably just came around and smoked them.
That white SUV all the way back is the scene though, because part of some of his uniform is scattered all throughout here from when he got hit.
Officers attempt to open the trunk of the cruiser to ensure the officer's possessions are all found. You can see bits of broken glass falling onto the ground as they pry it open. As the officers on scene investigate the damaged vehicles, they periodically receive information about the injured officer and the impaired driver, as both individuals were immediately sent to a local hospital.
I heard that he's got like some broken bones in his leg and some superficial cuts to his face. Do you know his status at all?
He's not good. He's not good. He's critical.
Okay.
So they took him to Grant. They took the other lady who hit him to Grant. So just so you know, there's a shoe there. I don't know if anybody picked that up, and there's one on the other side too, and I think that was his. Hey, here's his body cam. His body cam. Holy crap, still recording.
Tire went right into the back seat. Luckily, there was nobody in there. Just completely busted through the molded seat.
I'm gonna see if his cell phone's out here.
Oh, is that?
Yeah, I just tried calling it. We were gonna grab it out of the car, but couldn't hear it.
It looks like an impaired driver.
Okay.
It's at fault.
What's in the car right now? There's needles.
Bunch of paraphernalia. You saw it, right?
I didn't see it.
One
One of the deputies said there's a loaded syringe on the seat. Or in the vehicle somewhere.
All right, there's a loaded syringe in the vehicle.
Unfortunately, during the search of the suspect's vehicle, this officer wore his high-vis jacket over the body camera. We will have to take his word when he mentions what he finds.
There's so much paraphernalia and stuff in that car. She's probably most likely going to be .19. Oh yeah. I haven't dug too far in there, but there's A little baggy. Looks like it's probably fentanyl.
28 years old. 29.
They said the trooper was alert and talking and stuff?
They said he was actually out of trauma already.
Oh, really?
Alert and conscious, doesn't know what happened. Lots of superficial head injuries with lots of blood. Appears to be moving all extremities.
Thank God he's going to be all right.
Yeah. A lot worse.
He talked to her. She admitted to, Suboxone, gabapentin, just some other drugs, but says she's been sober for 10 days.
Yeah, okay.
So, anyways.
Okay.
It is a rental car.
We got a recording from OnStar of that female calling, sounding messed up, saying that she just hit a cop. So we're going to send that to whoever's email.
So we've got an OnStar call. They've got an OnStar call of the at-fault saying she thinks she just hit a cop.
After she hit it?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
You just said they're gonna.
That's crazy.
If we got a prosecutable case, which it sure sounds like we do, we're going to prosecute her.
All right.
So,
sounds good.
Both the driver and the officer sustained injuries, but were able to make recoveries. According to reports, the driver at fault for the crash was charged with aggravated vehicular assault, possession of a fentanyl-related compound, possession of cocaine, an additional charge for vehicular assault and operating a vehicle while under the influence. Initially, the suspect pled not guilty to all charges, but eventually pled guilty when a plea deal was presented. She pled guilty to aggravated vehicular assault and possession of a fentanyl-related compound. All other charges were dropped. For this, she was sentenced to 6 years in prison with 2 years of post-release control.
This takes years off your life as a commander.
Might have to forego the gym today and go tomorrow. You got a coat?
What's that?
You got a coat?
I do. It's warm out though. You need a coat? Oh, CJ?
Cold as hell.
Yeah.
See, if you were fatter like me, you'd have some meat on your bone.
Four-one, 1050 involved in a state patrol car, 334.2. Are you all right? Are you okay?
On March 31st, 2021, a Racine County Sheriff's deputy stopped a vehicle for a traffic and equipment violation in Racine, Wisconsin. The deputy observed 2 children under the age of 2 in the back seat. One child had no car seat or seatbelt, and the other was in a car seat but not properly installed. The driver of the vehicle initially provided a false name. The deputy noticed signs of impairment, and the driver was arrested for 2 counts of suspicion of drunk driving with a child under the age of 16 years old. While the driver waited for a family member to take custody of the children, they were moved from their vehicle into a squad car for transport. At that same time, a Wisconsin state trooper assisted by blocking a lane of traffic with their squad car, along with cones to allow for the children to be moved safely. Moments later, another vehicle crashed into the state patrol vehicle.
4-1, 1050 involved in a state patrol car, 334.2. Cell phone.
What up? What's the state patrol?
Got rear-ended.
Copy, just coming on in this.
You okay? Yeah. All right. Come on. Oh, stay right there. Stay right there. Don't move. Just don't move. Your knee is all it's broken. Okay? Just stay right there. Don't move.
The vehicle was operated by 25-year-old Harrison Geisler. It appeared Harrison had no traffic in front of or next to him as he approached the state patrol vehicle. However, he drove directly into the rear.
Are you all right? Are you okay? Are you okay? Hey, I have rescue somebody. 9-2, send rescue.
Prior to the impact, the state trooper observed Harrison rapidly approaching the rear of his cruiser and wasn't slowing. So the trooper placed his cruiser into drive and steered it toward the concrete median barrier to avoid striking the other squad cars directly in front of him. It was estimated Harrison struck the trooper's cruiser at 70 miles per hour.
Hey, we have rescue coming to check you out, all right? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll live.
I know, but you still better got getting checked out.
I've been through worse.
Yeah.
I got it.
9-2 dispatch. We're gonna need 2 ambulances. Just so you know. So I saw him in lane 1, cooking it, and I didn't see him moving over. Oh God, it is. Yeah, I heard that. Yeah, I don't know where the. Should we take a look at state patrol right here? That's him. That's him. The trooper, I'm not sure where he's at. Is this your car? Are you okay?
Yeah.
Oh my God. I don't know if you took a look at this fella. He's
Get a chance to check on him yet. I hope he's okay.
Yeah, we took care of him, but
I haven't turned him on. I haven't turned it on. I think Kyle has it. I said I haven't turned it if you need it.
they're all set there. Did you head forward at all?
And I don't know if I got it all the way to drive. I saw it coming, and I just kind of tried to jam it down.
I was looking at you, and I
stopped
saw
on the
it.
gas.
I went, oh God! And I saw it coming. I was like,
I just tried. Yeah, I tried moving forward. So I don't know if I actually.
Did the back radar go off? Is that what it was?
No, I was watching him in the mirror. Because I just kept trying to monitor traffic to make sure they were moving over, and I saw him. And I don't know if I actually got it all the way to drive. I tried to move, and he hit, and then I saw the wall coming, and then I just saw gray and spin. I'm like, oh, I hope I didn't go over the wall. This is gonna suck.
I have no idea. Who big one's watching the little one or what?
I heard somebody took the kids to the substation, right?
Yeah, Ortiz did. Ortiz! Hey, did Dad come already?
Huh?
Did Dad come already?
No, he's coming.
Susan's got the kids. Okay, do you want him to go to the hospital then? He's all the way back.
My squad's on at the end. Susan has the kids from the initial traffic stop.
It doesn't matter to me. I just want to make sure we know who's doing what. Was Padla up here the whole time?
No. Padla just got up here. It was me and Druitt's up here the whole time.
Because I'm literally the first car setting the taper in lane 1.
So yeah, why don't you can go to the hospital?
Okay, just grab my Collins later, all right?
Yeah. Goes your 5?
Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, they're still participating, so it'll be a minute, but at least we know who's doing what.
Yeah. I'm gonna update Eddie quick, let him know I'm going.
I mean, you can take care of calling like Kristen or see about the.
Okay.